And Holocaust education bill that was dissolved due to COVID-19 in March has been reintroduced. Cronkite News reporter Kelly Donohue explains why this bill has been revived and what it says about Holocaust literacy throughout the state.
When you were in grade school, how much did you learn about the Holocaust and other genocides? No matter where you went to school, your answer is probably something along the lines of not much or not enough. A new Arizona House bill has risen to change this reality, and many local advocates are applauding this latest Holocaust education effort.
The push for substantial Holocaust education throughout the state of Arizona is intensifying at both state and local levels. Although curriculums have included Holocaust education, they have never required instruction. The State Department of Education made a rule change in October that motivates teachers to include more Holocaust education in middle and high schools.
There's really not a lot of accountability for teachers teaching those standards. There's a lot of choice. So although teachers are required, there really wasn't an emphasis on it.
Representative Alma Hernandez's House Bill 2241 was revived in January to solidify the rule change. If passed, the bill would require Arizona schools to teach students about the Holocaust and other genocides at least twice between the 7th and 12th grades. Cheryl Bronkesh of the Phoenix Holocaust Association says there's a need for a Holocaust education ruling like the one Hernandez is backing.
The main reason to do it is to codify it in law. I mean, hopefully it will pass the Senate soon and it will be signed into law by the governor. There's more permanence when it's a law. And plus, I think there'll be more focus on it, a bigger spotlight.
A claims conference survey from March 2020 found that only 48% of Arizona millennials knew the term Auschwitz, and 42% could not name any concentration camps or detention centers. Only 33% of survey respondents knew the number of Jewish people who were killed during the Holocaust. Because of these numbers, some feel that Holocaust education should expand outside the classroom altogether to establish emotional connections to World War II, especially after the last living Holocaust survivors pass away. The Arizona Jewish Historical Society offers a space for visitors to do this by asking questions and listening to the stories of Holocaust survivors.
When the survivors are gone, where or how are young people going to get that, like I say, that emotional connection? You can learn it in a classroom, but to form the connection to what you're learning, you learn it in the classroom, you take the test, you're done, and you move on, and then it becomes nothing to you. So how do you form a connection that becomes memorable?
Advocates hope that making Holocaust education accessible will bridge a lasting connection between World War II and today's youngest generations.
House Bill 2241 was brought to the Senate earlier this month and is still waiting to be voted on. Local advocates believe it has a high chance of passing this time around because it was set for approval last year before it was dissolved completely due to the pandemic. In the studio, Kelly Donohue, Cronkite News.